Your check engine light turns on, you scan the car, and the code P0457 appears. Immediately, you see the description: EVAP system leak, fuel cap loose or missing. Most people stop right there. They tighten the gas cap, clear the code, and assume the problem is solved. Sometimes that works. Many times it doesn't. P0457 is one of the most misunderstood and most commonly misdiagnosed EVAP codes. While it mentions the fuel cap, it does not guarantee that the gas cap is the real problem. It only tells you that the system detected a large leak somewhere in the evaporative emission system. The EVAP system's job is simple in theory. It captures fuel vapors from the tank and stores them in a charcoal canister, then later sends them to the engine to be burned instead of released into the atmosphere. To do this properly, the system must be sealed. Any leak, large or small, causes a fault. P0457 specifically points to a large leak. The computer expected the system to hold pressure or vacuum, but it didn't. As a result, it flags the code. The reason the fuel cap gets blamed so often is because it is the most common and easiest leak point. A loose cap, a cracked seal, or a cap that no longer clicks properly can absolutely cause P0457. But stopping your diagnosis, there is a mistake. Fuel caps wear out. Rubber seals harden. Dirt gets trapped in the sealing surface. Even a cap that looks fine can fail to seal under test conditions. That's why simply tightening the cap doesn't always fix the issue. But the EVAP system includes far more than just the fuel cap. Hoses run from the fuel tank to the charcoal canister. Valves control purge and vent flow. Sensors monitor pressure. Any of these components can create a leak that triggers P0457. One of the most common causes beyond the gas cap is cracked or disconnected EVAP hoses. These hoses are often routed underneath the vehicle or near heat sources. Over time, they become brittle, split, or collapse. A hose that looks fine at a glance may leak under pressure. The EVAP vent valve is another frequent culprit. This valve allows fresh air into the system during certain operating conditions. If it sticks open, the system will never seal, and the computer will detect a large leak. Dirt, dust, and moisture can all cause vent valve problems. Electrical issues also play a role. The purge and vent valves rely on proper power and ground. A wiring problem or poor connection can prevent a valve from closing when commanded, even though the valve itself is mechanically fine. Live data can provide valuable clues. Watching fuel tank pressure data while commanding EVAP tests can tell you whether the system is responding correctly. If pressure never changes or changes too quickly, that points toward a leak or valve issue. Another mistake people make with P0457 is clearing the code too quickly. EVAP monitors do not run constantly. They require specific conditions, such as fuel level, temperature, and driving patterns. Clearing the code and assuming the fix worked without allowing the system to retest can lead to confusion when the light comes back days later. Visual inspection is one of the most powerful diagnostic tools for P0457. Look for cracked hoses, missing connections, broken plastic lines, or damaged fittings. Pay close attention to areas near the charcoal canister and vent valve. Aftermarket parts and modifications can also cause EVAP leaks. Non-original fuel caps, poorly routed hoses, or modifications near the fuel system can disrupt the system's ability to seal properly. A smoke test is the most reliable way to find EVAP leaks. By introducing smoke into the system, leaks become visible almost immediately. While not every DIYer has access to a smoke machine, understanding this method explains why guessing rarely works with EVAP codes. Replacing parts without testing is especially common with P0457. People replace the gas cap, then the purge valve, then the vent valve, chasing the code without ever confirming the leak location. This approach wastes time and money. The key thing to remember is this: P0457 is not telling you to replace the fuel cap. It is telling you that the system could not seal. Your job is to find out why. When diagnosed properly, P0457 is usually a straightforward fix. It may be a worn gas cap, a cracked hose, or a stuck valve. But without diagnosis, it becomes a guessing game. Always diagnose first, understand the system, and fix the root cause. Taking the time to test properly saves money and prevents unnecessary repairs. Before replacing parts, check our channel for more diagnostic tips and real-world fixes. Fixed Car Codes helps you understand the problem before you spend your money.